This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast. Betsy.
Marcy.
I'm really excited about our guest this week.
I'm so pumped.
I can't wait to hear more about this project they have that just premiered.
I've been like seeing it pop up
There's some
and learning about it, and it
yeah.
sounds so fun.
Yeah. So this week our guest is actor, comedian, writer, and improviser, and he can be seen starring alongside James Marsden in the new freebie series Jury Duty on Amazon, or not Amazon. You'll explain it.
No.
Amazon's freebie. Ross Kimball.
Yay!
Marcy, Betsy, I am so pumped to be here. I'm thankful. I'm excited. I'm a little scared, but that's what we should be, right?
Yes.
Always.
We should be a little scared here.
Yes. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for being on your toes, for being fearful. We love that.
We love it when our guests are terrified.
I'm honestly
Absolutely. You guys do a great job.
I'm shocked that we haven't run into each other before. It's always amazing when there's an improviser in the world I don't know.
This is true. Have you guys been in LA for over 10 years at least ish?
Yeah.
So that's probably it. So I came in that wave of like 7 to 8 years ago, the wave of Chicago improvisers.
Yes.
And so it's that mix of like IO, UCB, like you have to come, if you're from Chicago, even if you've been doing improv for 10 years, you still have to take classes at UCB.
Yes.
And that holds people back from like, should I do this? I'm like, do I need to do this? And then slowly you become friends with everyone. You know, I know Mike Mitchell was my first LA comedy friend here, and that's how we got into it. So it is, Marcy, to echo what you said, it is surprising when you meet an improviser because you either have heard their name or they say 15 names that you know.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I did New York before, so I know a lot of New Yorkers, but the Chicago people, I should have done a stint in Chicago. I don't know why. Maybe I will.
Come on, Marcy.
Maybe I'll just all of a sudden do it. I'll just go.
Go to Chicago.
Be the oldest improviser taking like a level 1 somewhere.
You're going to have to do it. You got to start over.
Got to start
over.
Honestly, at this point, I kind of need to. So my object work is terrible.
I do remember that this is so adorable, but I do remember like coaches being like, you know what? Let's essentially just like in this practice do 101 stuff to just kind of reiterate the importance of
yes anding.
Like, who, what, where, yes anding. And it was always like, oh yeah, that's a good thing to go back to every now and then.
I remember I was on a house team at IO in Chicago. Like we played, like, you know, Friday nights, packing the house, and one of the rehearsals, our coach was like, "We're just gonna pass around an imaginary ball for 5 minutes and not say a word, because we just need to get back to the just basics. Because you know, you have those shows where like no one's having fun. So that following Tuesday night at the rehearsal, hey, let's just have fun. We need to start having fun.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's just goof around and remember why we like doing this makeup stuff.
No, that kind of not having fun at a show forced me to introduce a new life rule, which is if I find myself sighing as I walk out the door, I know that's my time to exit.
Yes.
So, and I was like, I'm on a coveted spot. I have a coveted spot somewhere, and I am acting like it's a burden. No, someone else should be doing this because there's limited numbers of spots. So I was like, I'm out. It's not my time anymore. I don't love it, and we do not get paid at that point. Did not get paid for it. So I take that rule for all things now. If it's like, Don't do it if you
Don't
can.
do it.
If you can. Sometimes you have
Yeah,
to
well,
work,
that's-
but
Yeah.
Well, that's why you haven't food shopped in months.
are you kidding? I will wake up so early to be at Trader Joe's, the first in line. I get excited. I'm like, what have they rearranged today?
Have you ever noticed, and we're getting off track right off the bat, have you ever noticed at Trader Joe's, no matter how packed it is in the parking lot or in the actual Trader Joe's, the line moves so fast?
Dude.
Or there's no line in some spots?
Yeah.
Anyway,
They know what they're doing.
That we can get into that.
They
That's
know
eerie.
what's up at Trader Joe's.
That's spooky. That is spooky.
too
That is spooky.
scary. What's going on? They're haunted.
It is they have the happiest employees for the most part.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
Everybody's super nice.
not long ago, I did knock over a tower of water.
How did that happen, Marcy?
Okay, so it was like a bunch of stacked pallets of water, right? Those little like a case of 24. They were all
Right.
stacked.
Oh,
But
that's heavy.
yeah, so it was a bunch of stacked ones, but I just grabbed one off the top because how else do you, how else?
Right.
How else?
What else was I supposed to do? I grab it.
Yeah, we've seen enough movies.
Now, nothing happens. We're talking
Okay.
90 seconds, 2 minutes goes by, and then they all crash down. And I was like, that was me. I did it. But, and everyone rushed to clean up all the water because a lot of them exploded. But I was like, yeah, I know I did it. I know I caused it, but I still don't know that I'm fully responsible for this huge comical crash.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't like a little old lady wheeling into it after you went?
I think it was a ghost. It was a ghost.
I think it was a ghost.
Spooky, spooky.
I blame it on that.
Ghost.
All right, let's get back on track. And I want you to tell us.
And that's on me. Hey, I'm going to raise my hand on that.
That's
my fault. Let's get back on
everyone listening will know for sure that is not your fault because they have heard what I do week to week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm a real derailer. So tell us about this new freebie series, Jury Duty.
So Amazon Freebie, which is, you can find it inside your Prime app. It's absolutely free, or you can get the Freebie app, and that is a whole thing that we have to get into. But Jury Duty is essentially is we Truman showed somebody for 3 weeks. We made up a fake trial. Everyone is an actor except for one person. And when I say everyone is an actor, I mean the janitor in the courthouse, the people that are playing police officers, the people that are playing journalists that are taking fake notes in the seats. Everyone is an actor, and so we got someone, Ronald Gladden. He is our hero, and a lot of people, when you watch the trailer for it, or when you watch a few episodes, and you're gonna know. But if you watch the trailer, it's not a prank show in the sense, because the trailer does seem like, oh, we're pulling a fast one on someone, and essentially we are, but at the same time we're putting someone through the hero's journey. So, the producers of The Office, Jackass, and Borat, White Lotus, they got together and they pitched this show saying, hey, we want to do a hidden camera show, but make it look like a documentary. So 1,000 people applied to be in this documentary about the American jury duty system.
Whoa.
How jury duty system works, all this stuff, will be compensated, but you have to sign off on this thing saying you're going to be in this documentary. Is that okay?
Wait, how
Marcy
did they find the
and
one
Betsy.
sicko? They found the one non-sicko? That's
They
a bunch
found
of
1,000 sickos.
bunch of sickos who are like,
Who
we
wanna do
want
jury
to do jury
duty.
duty. Wow.
I don't know. I don't know the nitty gritty of it, but they essentially found over 1,000 people to apply for this, and weeks and weeks of psychological tests and interviews, and what would you do if this happened to you, or what's the worst thing that you've ever seen, or how do you feel about this? Things that really open up the mind.
Yeah.
And we found our hero. We found our hero to come in.
Wow.
And you're going to fall in love with him, and you probably already have. So essentially, and also you find out that no one knows how the jury system works, or how the court system works, because we had people,
Right.
we had characters from outside of the state come in for this, and you can't have that. It's a jury of your peers, so that means it has to be in the same state and essentially the same county. But we had people from New York and all this stuff, and no one batted an eye. Like, Ronald didn't bat an eye. Crazy stuff happens. I talk about my wife so much in this show that Ronald is just rolling his eyes every time I mention my wife.
Yes.
And you do it like Borat, though, because of one of the producers.
Wife.
My wife.
Yeah.
And he goes,
you have to say it like Borat, please.
Yeah, and it was wild. He said, "What is that from?" And I said, "I made it up." So he thinks that I created my wife.
He knew it was special, and it had to be from something. You're like, "Oh, it's the in character. I made it up."
Did you like pitch a character, or were you kind of handed like, hey, talk about your wife a bunch or what? Like, how did that work with everybody?
Yeah. Did you guys get this audition at all?
No one does anything
I'm speaking
for
out
me.
of turn.
No one does a
Okay.
thing for me.
I will say I was surprised that I didn't see as many improvisers in like the final callback. They got a hodgepodge of real actors and character actors and a few improvisers. But what they did was the initial audition was you had to straight to camera do 60 seconds a monologue for these 3 different characters. So it could have been you are a neighbor who sees someone take a package from a porch, and you are telling the police officer what you saw. So you come up with the character, you come with the angle. So anyway, you have to create these characters, and you send it in. But Betsy, to go back to what you originally asked, my character changed so much because it really depends upon what Ronald was going for. Like if he wanted to hang out with Maria and these other, like I would have to be in the background a little more. But if he leaned to me, I would have to ramp up my storyline.
Right.
So originally, my storyline is I'm a coach. I'm a high school coach.
Good.
And I'm infatuated with my wife, who we find out maybe later. You know, we meet my wife eventually, or not. We see. Okay. And originally, and I'm like the leader of the group, and that changes some as well. But originally, I was supposed to be the prankster. I was supposed to have a backpack, and the first week on, as we were doing jury duty, my backpack was full of chattering teeth, snap gum, a whoopee cushion. I was supposed to be a pack of cards to do card tricks. Marcy, Betsy, I don't know how to do card tricks.
That would have been so fun, though, to see.
I'll tell you what, a little peek behind the curtain. The audition process was something that I've never been a part of and probably will never be a part of ever again.
Right.
What they had us do the third time we came in, for the final audition, we had to go to a focus group in LA. So we went to this big high rise and we went to a real focus group. And you walk in and they tell you that some of the people in there are not there to audition for the show, that they're real people here for the focus group. So you have to, here's your character name, and here are the 3 things that you have to hit while you're in there. And whatever comes up, you have to do these things. So
I love it because from soup to nuts is a psychological experiment for every single person involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely. And every morning I would wake up and say, okay, we're getting caught today. He's going to look at me square in the eye and say, I know what's happening. And there were a few times where crazy, capital C, crazy things were happening.
Yes.
And he would be looking around and my butt cheeks would be clenched so hard because I was waiting for him to say, hey, what is this? Hey, what's going on? But he never did. He was such a nice guy. He never wanted anyone to feel uncomfortable. And it was a dream. It was a dream. Every day I thought we were going to get caught. It was an improviser's dream because you just got to follow the fun. A few people had earpieces in, but I was free range. I was a free range Ross. I could follow whatever journey I wanted. It was unbelievable. I mean, not to give too much away, but we did get to go out to dinner one night, and you probably have already seen it. They took over a Margaritaville and they hired 100 extras to fill in the Margaritaville.
How how do we get to be those
I'm
extras?
furious.
We love Margaritaville.
I was probably there at City Walk and couldn't
they
get in.
kicked
And
you out. Yeah,
so
right.
mad.
Shit, I think. Come on.
But because and we all know this, but because of what's it called? If you're a background artist, you can't talk. So there was no music, and they would have to pantomime talking.
Freaky.
And it
And
was,
he didn't-
I mean, it was
he
unreal.
didn't say
It was
anything?
unreal. Didn't catch it because we kept him busy. We were like agents. We kept him busy. I would have to talk to him. We would find out so much about him, and all the storylines intermix, and it was incredible. And this, I'm thankful that I got to be a part of it. So you're gonna really enjoy it. You're gonna really enjoy it.
Wow, this sounds
And
so
James
rad.
Marsden, and this, and I will speak to this. I will scream this from the mountaintops. James Marsden surprised me so much on how quick he was, and also I just, he's been doing this for forever. He's been doing this for over 30 years, so he's a pro. But it just surprised me that he was just so quick and so professional, and also he is so good looking. He walks into a room and you see him and you go, yeah, you're a star. Even if he wasn't, you'd be like, you shouldn't be here. You should move from Kansas and you should go to New York or LA right now.
When you see real deal celebrities, you're like, yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
Totally.
I was in
Like,
Trader
I
Joe's, not
feel
talking about
like-
Trader Joe's more, but I was in Trader Joe's, and this is when we were masked up big time in LA, and I'm in Trader Joe's, the frozen section, and a woman walks up, and I look over, and I'm very tall, so I look over, and I look down, and I go, man, those eyes look familiar. And we make eye contact, and she blinks, and she goes, hello. I go, hey, how you doing? Have a good day. I walk away. It was Amy Adams. It was definitely Amy Adams saying hello to me. I mean, you couldn't mistake those eyes. So anyway, going back, it is true. You do when you see people every once in a while in LA that are levels, you still get those starstruck feelings.
Yes.
Oh yeah. They have the thing. They have the thing.
Yeah.
And we're all trying.
But people are going to dig Dre Diddy. I guarantee it.
So yeah, when
Even
this
if I
comes
wasn't
out-
a part of it, I would be all about it.
I'm excited to see it now. I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna go on Amazon, find freebie because I got Amazon, so I get that freebie. Also, it's freebie, guys like TV. Get it? It took me a while.
Free V,
Get it?
and it is going to feel like TV because there's commercials. Also, you can just get the Freevee app.
Yes,
It's
Great.
a separate app. Yeah. So.
Great.
I'm excited. So we're gonna move on and ask you that question that we ask all of our guests, which is, what, if anything, do you believe about the paranormal?
Aliens exist, and they are not bothering the Earth because we are too young.
What?
Whoa.
Bigfoot exists, and the only reason why we cannot find Bigfoot bones is because other Bigfoot have eaten the bones.
Whoa.
I'll take your questions.
You're coming in with some strong theories that I want to know if you came up with them yourself, like my wife,
Yep.
or did you find them somewhere?
Yeah, what's the so Earth is too young. How about that?
Yes.
We start there.
Okay, we start there. Second date with my wife.
Huh?
I asked her. We after the first date, you kind of know each other. The second date, I just want to dig a little deeper and just throw some curveballs, see how they're going to respond. And I say, "Do you believe in aliens?" And my wife is a scientist, and she goes, "Oh yeah." I go, "Oh really? Like you didn't even flinch on that?" She goes, "Oh yeah, they're up there." I go, "Oh really? Like what do you mean by that? Like what do you believe?" She goes, "Well, I mean they're not protecting us per se, but they're not bothering us because we're too young." And I was like, "What do you mean too young?" She's like, "We're just too young as a planet, and also we're kind of destroying ourselves anyway, so they're just up there." And I go, "Well, tell me more about the protecting thing." She's like, "Well, they're not protecting, like they're not saying we shouldn't do that because we're protecting, but I think they're protecting us from other entities because they see our resources."
I just got chills.
So that was like, okay, I need to marry you.
Yes. Wow.
I got chills. Chills. Ugh.
But she is so smart, and she just explained it to me in the sense of where I don't think about it all the time, but every once in a while I'm like, yeah, all this UFO stuff that's happening, the FBI and NASA's known this stuff for a while, and it's all, I don't want to like get into like conspiracy theories, but we went to the moon in the 60s and we haven't gone back. I don't know. So it's all that stuff. It's all that stuff. And then the Bigfoot bones thing is oh yeah, I didn't mean to jump ahead. It's a lot to take in. I know. The Bigfoot thing, I wrote a script about it's a comedy about a self-professed Bigfoot expert who self-publishes a book, and it gets put up online with the wrong title, so people think he had sex with Bigfoot. So people, like, the Bigfoot erotica world is like all about it, but he wants to be legit. So he has to go up to the Bigfoot conference and say, hey, he wants to write his name. So anyway, I wrote that, but as I was writing it, I wanted to know and immerse myself with the Bigfoot community, which was the best and worst thing I've ever done in my life, because it's all I think about now.
Yes. Was it online or in person with this Bigfoot community?
Online for sure. So like on YouTube, you can find hundreds and hundreds of hours of Bigfoot documentaries. Some shot on high quality cameras and some shot on a potato. But I watched all of them. I watched all of them, and a phrase that keeps going back, and it's a bit that I have when I get to do comedy and stand up sometimes, is what I just said. We can't find Bigfoot bones because other Bigfoot have eaten the bones. Was a thing I heard on a documentary from a self-professed expert. And I found it so funny, but also so profound, and also so solid logic. where you can't refute that. It's dumb and it's stupid, but at the same time, they eat the bones. Also, there are so many stories of Bigfoot sightings. Yeah, they eat the bones. You can't find them. There's so many sightings of Bigfoot, and then the same coloring, the same walk gait of that Bigfoot would be described or monitored or reported the same day, hundreds of miles away. So you have the teleportation conversation, where they know the portals.
Yes,
I don't know how deep you guys go or how crazy you guys go on this podcast, but these are things, and these aren't things that I bring up at weddings, okay, or like retirement parties. These are just things like if there's a bonfire and we're passing around some things, I'm going to bring it up, or I'll say the phrase. I'll get a chuckle, but then I'll say, "Who believes me?" And I'll get a few hands. And then we'll go for it.
And you have the weenie roast, like little stick thing. Who believes
me? You better
got a
believe
flaming
me.
marshmallow up to someone's neck.
I believe you. That smells so good.
I mean, I could totally, now that you say it, like the idea that eating the bones, or even like ritualistically, like collecting them to be like it's part of their funeral, like the way that I can't think of words anymore, but like it's not procession, but that's like part of their culture, I guess, that they would do that. And then when you find bitten up bones and some scat, you just think that's a bear. It's a bear that ate something.
Right.
Wow.
Because they are like, they want to not be found. So they would go to that level of like, well, let's get the bones.
I mean, hamsters are eating their babies every time they have them, and little kids like little terrarium things. So, like, why wouldn't Bigfoots eat their fallen soldiers' bones?
Right.
Yeah. I go back and forth. My previous life, I was a backcountry wilderness guide, so I spent a lot of time in the woods where you are like deep into the woods where. It's quiet, and all you hear is like the wind in the trees. And I don't know, Betsy, I know you're from Colorado. Marcy, I'm not sure where you're from. Are you originally from New York?
I'm from Louisiana, so I'm
Louisiana. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I spent plenty of time.
It's creepy down there as well.
Yeah, I've spent plenty of time in the woods and swamps and stuff.
So that's where I think that's, first of all, that's like where lore starts, but also there's things happen out there. So I I go back to that time whenever I bring up Bigfoot or whenever I bring up teleportation or just, you always hear the thing, don't whistle in the woods, or if something whistles at you, don't whistle back.
Don't whistle. I'm reading a book a spooky book right
Trail.
now. Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm reading a book right now that's very spooky, and they keep bringing that up of like the whistling and like if something calls your name, do not answer. Like that's so spooky.
Or it's and I believe it. I've done not the whole AT, but I've done portions of the AT, and this is all like in like Virginia, up in like North Carolina, northern Georgia, where I have heard my name. Ross, help me. And it's just been me and my 3 friends. It was at night, me and my 3 friends, and we're going back to camp because I know both of you are shocked. Clear as day, Ross.
What?
Help me.
And my friend, we stop and we look, and my friend turns to me, who is from the South, that area, and he goes, don't say anything back and don't even look. Keep walking. And he was 3 people behind me. He goes, keep walking.
I love
and
Appalachian
I'm a city boy.
rules.
I'm a city boy, so I'm like, okay, but I definitely heard something. He goes, no, you didn't. And when he said, no, you didn't, I knew exactly what he meant.
Right.
He goes, I know
Back of my neck.
He goes, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I want to know
Holy shit.
I want to know survivors of people who answered back.
I don't know. I mean, the percentage, I have no idea.
Yeah, I just want to know if we have anyone who has been.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if anyone listening has like a story of like, oh, yeah, I answered. And honestly, it was great. And I had no regrets. Let us know, please.
It was the most fun night of my life.
Truly, people are just trying to ruin all the fun you could be having. I stay up so many nights watching like Appalachian like folklore TikTok. And I love it. Oh my god!
Do you follow that one sweet woman with the glasses, and like she'll make stuff in the backyard?
No,
and she's real sweet. Oh, I'll send her away. But she's not spooky, but she's like super sweet. She's always like hanging laundry and making jam in the backyard. But there's a lot of Appalachian people that always say, "Come in at night. If you say red eyes, you're gonna see red eyes. If someone calls your name, no, they didn't. That's not a crying baby. You don't need to get that baby." It's all that stuff.
Because here's the thing:
I've heard the baby before. I haven't, but I've heard about that. Whoa.
If you see eyes in the woods, like they're always green when they glow, right? If you like shine a light and there's an animal, like
if it's an animal,
yeah, like you'll see a green glow, and if it's red, watch out.
Yeah. The other thing, like if you're driving Appalachia or kind of anywhere, just don't pick up anybody. Don't look in your rearview mirror once you pass them. There's stories of people passing hitchhikers on the Appalachian Trail, like in trucks. They wave them down, they keep going, and they look in their rearview mirror, and their face is right there in the rearview mirror. The person that they just passed. Their body isn't, but they can see their face, like their eyes and their nose are right there.
What?
It's all. I mean, it's wild. It's wild.
Scary.
Yeah.
Too scary.
This is too scary.
I love it. I want more. Now, okay, so we have Bigfoot, aliens, Appalachian folklore. What do you think about just like other, like your more traditional vanilla ghost haunting sort of thing?
Yeah, I've never experienced it, and I'm never going to tell anyone that their experience wasn't real, if it was real for them. But I've known some people that have not seen ghosts, but have seen the effects of ghosts, I guess. Yeah. And the closest thing I could ever get to that is I grew up in Illinois, and we had woods in our backyard. I was fortunate enough to have that. And one 5th, 6th grade sleepover, got a few tents in the backyard right at the tree line at the forest. And we're like 10, 11, 12-year-old boys, so we're just trying to gross each other out. We're trying to scare each other with just the same story using different names. Like it's all the same thing. And it gets quiet, and it's that time in the sleepover where everyone's quiet, but that one kid is trying to still make noise, but he's tired, but he wants to be the last person to say something, and it's just a little wrestling. And we hear crunching, like in the woods. We hear footprints crunching. And we'll later on we can talk about who was that or what was that, but at the time we didn't know what that was, so we just hear crunching. Little backstory on these woods. It backed up to a farmhouse, which we heard was haunted by 3 guys that escaped from a mental institution in Joliet, Illinois. And they committed a ritual murder-suicide 30 years before we were born. And so it was haunted. So we hear these crunching steps in the woods. We're 10, 11, 12 years old. And we get real quiet and we start looking at each other. And I remember to this day, Mike Martinez, he goes, he whistles like an idiot. And right back at us, right up against the tent, we hear,
Oh my God.
and we got out of that tent so fast. I don't remember opening it. I just remember being out of the tent, getting up on my porch, not looking back. And to this day, even though it was probably some 17-year-old kids drinking in the woods, messing around with some kids, it still gives me chills.
Absolutely. Oh my God. That is so spooky.
Right up against the tent. Right away, too. And the footsteps were so far away. There was no way that we would have heard them get that close.
What?
Oh, disgusting.
Listen, I'm glad you invited me. I asked
This
to be on here for a reason.
rules.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
So you did backcountry. Okay, I also have like fallen down some weird little rabbit holes about like the staircases in the woods and stuff. I don't know if you've seen those Reddit things. Like, what are some of the spookier things that you've either heard about or even maybe stumbled upon while being out in the woods like that?
Ooh.
It's not creepy. I mean, as you get older, and I think as you do more backcountry stuff and camping stuff, you just see kind of weird things in the sense of, okay, I'm not going to touch that, or someone's coming back for that, or But the weird and creepiest things are stumbling upon in the middle of nowhere campsites. You'll be 10, 12 miles back. And it takes you maybe a half day, maybe a full day to get there. Full campsites with tent. You'll see just like hanging laundry on a line, just like underwear or whatever, or shirt, and you won't see a single person there. And you'll keep passing it. You won't see anybody up to the point behind you anywhere. You just, and there's only one trail. And you're thinking, okay, they didn't leave a note. And there's no person. Did something get them? Did they fall down? Did they, is this a trap? Am I they're, because you hear about that all the time. On the AT, on the Appalachian Trail, on the Pacific Coast Trail here on the West Coast, you hear more and more people, especially these, they call them trail towns, where people, get more fuel or get more food or take a shower for the day at the YMCA or wherever. But you hear these people in these weird towns go up on the trail and rob people, kidnap people. You just hear all of these weird things, and you just every town has a lore of, hey, when you get up to that tree, take a left, don't take a right, and if you do take a left, don't look at anything, just keep your head down and keep walking. Whoa. Or you'll meet people that say, this happened to my friend. They were up in Alaska, a remote trail, walking, and they were walking with, they guided teenagers. So there was maybe, I'd say 8 to 10 teenagers with them.
Wow,
2 leaders.
Good for them.
One in the back,
so
one in the front.
on its own.
And that's what I did. I did up in Wyoming.
Did you do
for 3 weeks?
Like out of bounds or whatever, or outward bound? What was that?
Outward bound. Yeah.
You were scaring kids straight.
It was that, and every kid had a scary story from their hometown, and some kids couldn't fall asleep because it would get too quiet, and it was wild. But anyway, going back to my friend in Alaska. She was up front, and there was a person in the back, and they were passing a smaller group, maybe 3 or 4 people, walking up to them, and they looked really tired. And you do the wave. It's kind of the Jeep thing. You sometimes you don't see anybody on the trail. Sometimes you see 1 or 2 people, but you always say hi. And as they're passing, my friend up front says, "Hey, how we doing? How's the trail look up ahead?" just to get a feel for it. And this one guy looks at her dead in the eyes and goes, "It's going good. Hey, make sure you just check on that guy up on the bend. I think he hurt himself pretty badly, and we're going down the mountain to get some help." And she was like, "Oh, okay. Is there anything we can do?" She's like, "Nope. Just we got him bandaged up pretty good. We checked his vitals. He's good. We're just going down the mountain to get some help." And she goes, "Okay, right around the bend?" She goes, "Yep, right around the bend." Didn't think anything of it. Just kept moving. Didn't see a single soul for the rest of the day.
What?
And that's how my friend ended the story. Like but what happened? There's nothing to catch up on. It was that weird moment. We're going back down the hill to help this guy because he needed some medical attention. They come around the bend. Nobody. They keep walking a few miles. Nobody.
No one.
It's just it's weird.
Also,
it's just weird. It's weird.
Oh my God.
What a weird joke.
I was going to say,
pull of like, if it's like, I'm going to tell them there's somebody hurt on
Honestly,
the trail.
I honestly will take that and put it in my pocket. I will. I would
At
like
Griffith
that.
Park, up at Griffith Park, and be like, "Hey, just make sure, check on that dude."
Yeah, he's, I think it's contagious, but we're not sure. I'm going to go get some help right now, so don't worry about it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
scary enough to be a woman on a trail in Alaska. I tell you, the one time I went to Alaska, I was like, oh no. The men here have not seen many women, and they have a thirst in their heart for them, and it's terrifying.
Yep. Yeah. I can't imagine. Can't even imagine.
Gah. Oof. Yeah.
Have you had any other like either spooky experiences like that, or scary, or like unexplainable things that have happened while, I don't know, anywhere, I guess, or like even like you've heard them from like friends and family that kind of stick with you?
Trying to think. That Alaska story.
Yeah.
My friend. There. And Betsy, you're probably hearing this in your book. I don't know if you're listening to it or reading it. And hey, let's just be for real. Listening to an audiobook is still reading.
Absolutely.
And
Totally.
They've had studies that say that it stimulates your mind the same way. Yeah. Because you have to visualize.
Okay, Marcy,
you
chill
retain a little
out.
more.
You love reading.
No, I don't even listen to audiobooks. What am I talking about?
Betsy, you're probably already hearing this, but there are a bunch of tunnels in Appalachia. There's thousands of miles of underground tunnels where they believe people still live. Marcy, Betsy.
Whoa.
There are some people that believe that there are individuals down there, groups of people even, that have been down there for hundreds of years.
Ew.
And they have communities, and a lot of disappearances happen in national parks.
You think they're chuds? Those cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers? You never heard of chuds before?
Not that extreme.
Oh yeah, I've heard chuds. We had a kid in junior high that would get in trouble all the time for yelling out "chud." Yeah,
That's because
teachers
totally like. Yeah, the teachers
thought it was
really
slang for
knowing.
something. Yeah, they thought it was like
It's
slang
close
for like a
to
boner or something.
It's close to
Yeah.
chode.
Yeah.
Like, we can't have this
But
kid calling people chuds.
Yeah, we can't be having this.
Well,
but
why
there are a lot
are
of
the people
disappearances
disappearing?
happen.
Yeah, what are they doing with them
Well, yeah.
once they disappear? They're
The
eating them.
people-
They're yeah.
They're taking their life force. But you hear about people. I mean, the most famous one, and I love this stuff, but because it's, I don't know, I guess it stimulates my brain. It gets me excited being outside,
Yes.
and it makes me even though the internet does make the world seem like very like concise and tight, and we're kind of like you can know anything in a second. This kind of stuff makes me think, oh, it's almost romantic in a sense of, oh, like there's things that we still don't know and we can't explain.
Yes.
And that makes, even though I can, at a click of a button, I'll know how to. I can go to Harvard's website and get their resume template and make a great, 30 years ago, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Right.
Great example, by the way. And so going back to the people underground, going back to the national park disappearance, there are so many people disappearing from national parks and public parks because, I don't know. Have you guys ever been to Sedona, where it's like you have like these power forces or
those
like
vortexes? Yeah,
the power vortex for sure.
Vortices, yes.
And you should feel it. And so there's a spot in Michigan. I think it's by one of the Great Lakes, but it's great for cross-country skiing. And there's a famous story, or popular story, I guess not famous, but it's pretty popular in the area, where a person was cross-country skiing all alone. It's back in like the early 90s. Disappeared. Couldn't find. The family was looking for them, just disappeared. Couldn't find the person. They ended up finding him within 24 hours. Within 24 hours, they found him 600 miles away.
How?
What?
He does not remember. He doesn't remember how he got there. He remembers being warm the whole time. And he remembers. And there's different stories. He was either awake the whole time or out the whole time and woke up 600 miles away, and they found him.
What?
But I don't believe. I truly, and the Bigfoot stuff, it's fun. It's fun to think about, and it's fun to just believe, just to say it, just to get a ride out of people. But the whole. The time travel stuff. Oh, we can get into that too. I don't know. That's not an eerie thing, but like the power vortex, or you find a kind of like a looper situation, like those things.
Right.
It's possible, but also you hear these stories of people coming back from the future, or like those pictures of people holding a smartphone in like the early 1900s, and it's like people recognize that person. It's crazy. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's a famous picture. I think it was when when they were making the Transcontinental Railway and it connected.
Yeah.
I want to say in Colorado maybe, or they met halfway somewhere. But the famous picture of like the guys and they're cheersing on top of the locomotives, and if you zoom in, there's a guy. It looks like a tablet that he's holding, like looking at an electronic tablet. It's all that kind of stuff. And we can always, I would say, angle, or it's a whatever, but it's those kind of stories that get thrown my way, or my friends are into it.
We're like,
it makes the world a little fun.
But we're some of the last generations that would see that and immediately know that it's wrong. Like, I think after us, people will be like, yeah, but when did they invent them? Right? When did they? Like, if I saw a picture, like a black and white photograph, or even like an oil painting with a phone on the wall, I'd be like, I think I know when phones were invented.
Yeah. You can't even timestamp it.
You're like, right. I guess it was in the, oh God, even now I don't know when the phones were invented. I want to say 30s. I'm wrong. I know that.
Do you mean telephones or cell phones?
Like on the wall, like a telephone, like, like a.
Oh, right.
Like an operator.
I want to say late 1800s.
1800s? Yeah. I'm going to look it up then.
Late 1800s. Yeah. Alexander Graham Bell.
Yes.
1876, man. See, this is 76. I'm sure there were some prototypes. The first basic phone was 1849. And then I think the modern phone, or what used to be modern phone. So
I said 1871 because the hamburger phone, that prototype came out.
The
that was
Swatch.
the prototype.
Yeah, the Swatch phone.
We can't make this look like food. People are going to eat it.
Yeah.
Yes. People are so dumb they'll eat their phone.
Yeah, they put the football phones, all those phones. The 90s were a great time for novelty phones.
They were such a good. I remember. I had a friend who got. Do you remember for a hot second, like now, probably like 10 or 12 years ago, you could buy like receivers essentially for your cell phone.
Yes.
I had a friend who had a big banana for it. It would like bring it with her places, and it's just kind of like, okay. She's like, it's fun to talk into a banana.
Very cool.
Yeah.
The time stuff is very I don't know. It's one of those things where you're like, the implications of time travel and like if it does exist somewhere, like and what that could mean. You don't like. It's too much to comprehend. I think.
Yeah.
And how we could not know about it too.
Right.
Yeah. Or we do know about it and they're just not telling us. And when I say they, you know who I'm talking about.
Them.
Oh yeah.
Those people.
So we knew about UFOs. They knew about UFOs for so long, and now we've become so desensitized to it because of whatever it is, movies, internet. They're like, yeah, they exist. Oh, we have footage from like the 60s, and you're like, what? Well, people would lose their minds if they saw that footage on the news in the 60s or 70s. But now it's like, okay, well, I mean, as long as they don't bother us, it's like, well, I don't know. Time travel could be a thing. We could. There's that famous. It's in. Oh man, I can't think of it. But this guy was on the road. I think in Europe or here. It's somewhere, and maybe someone saw it quick on TikTok, and I saw it on Instagram as well. This guy was driving on the road, and he saw something up in the mountains, like moving. It was huge, so he could see it from far away, moving.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Oh, that's Nephilim," and he was like, "What?" And have you guys ever heard of that? I'm sorry you have me on. I know too much stupid
I'm excited.
stuff.
No, this rules.
More.
This is all we want.
A Nephilim is from the Hebrew Bible, and they're giants that lived in the land. So they would say Goliath would be a Nephilim. And like they have a tunnel system up in these mountains, and one of them was out walking, and you could see it walk. And it was walking very close to a U.S. Army station. So there is talks that they are using giants to help with security in some regions of the world.
Actually funny, though.
And that's all I got.
I haven't heard of the giant. I haven't heard anything about giants.
Actually funny. What I like about it is I think like the thing that like will always kind of like snap me back to reality is how even if someone's like, this is classified, you can't tell a soul, you sign an NDA, like blah blah blah, punishable by death. People cannot keep secrets. They cannot keep a secret. I have never ever had an NDA that at least at some point I didn't break. It's just not possible. Like,
True.
When
I got that's true. That's funny. That's funny.
You were about to tell yourself that you were going to get actual trouble for Ross. I could tell you were about to actually get yourself.
I was just about to say something, and I was like,
"Nope,
I better not."
It's still a little fresh. It's still a little fresh.
I don't
but
MCU
going back
me.
to the whole. Going back to the thing of that's really funny. Going back to the thing of oh man, I forgot what we were just talking about. Not keeping a lie, keeping a lie, or keeping things in, or keeping a secret. The NDA stuff. That's why the whole thing of the aliens. A lot of people dismiss aliens because those 4 years we had Trump as president. He would have slipped at least once during a speech. He would have said something, but at the flip side of that, I could see the people in charge not giving him that book.
Absolutely,
not giving him that file.
Yes,
knowing.
Yes.
So that's what I believe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
also they. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was going to say you don't tell your secrets to people that you know can't keep them unless you want them out there.
Right.
And I do think that's also something that happens too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
Absolutely.
They also a lot of
I'm the next
UFO
Spider-Man. Oh,
Yeah.
Can we cut that?
Oh shit! Also, congrats!
I'll do a timestamp. I'll cut
Can we
this
keep
out.
the congrats? We'll keep the congrats. Just cut the Spider-Man.
I'll just bleep it. Yeah, I'll bleep it. Yeah.
Oh my god! Cool. What happened? They also like released a bunch of the UFO stuff and being like, yeah, there are UFOs like during
The beginning
a
of
gigantic pandemic.
Yeah, the beginning of lockdown, all of a sudden there was like, oh, here's some declassified footage that the Navy has. You're like, who cares? Do we have to scrub our groceries with bleach or
Which
not?
is exactly like why they did it then, where they're like, let's release it, but everybody's focused on something way scarier in the moment,
and we see that now. It just wasn't during the pandemic. Other crazy things are happening, and they're like, hey, did you hear about this Gwyneth Paltrow and the skiing? You're like, hey, how come all these trains are falling off the track?
Yes,
no one's talking about that. Like,
how
it's
come
all
the
this crazy
biggest
stuff.
disaster just happened in America, and we're worried about if Gwyneth Paltrow got hit by a dude or she hit a dude.
I'm still in
Weren't we supposed
Scandival, so I can't. I'm in,
Scandival's huge.
I see.
I didn't get to Gwyneth.
Real quick. I was watching just a random episode from season 9
of Vanderpump Rules.
Of Vanderpump. And Sandoval got a text from Raquel, and I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, Betsy, chill out. They're still friends. They're in a group of friends, but I was like, it's been happening forever.
It goes deep.
I had to watch someone with a whiteboard diagram out this whole thing because I don't watch Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, yeah.
But now I'm in it because how he explained it was so thorough to the point where I don't have to watch it. I just know all this is happening, and I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
But here's the thing.
Well, that guy got someone pregnant, and then came back, and it was didn't he get a stripper
Jax.
pregnant or
Jax?
Yeah,
yes.
Jax. Yeah, all that
yes,
stuff,
Jax. Yeah.
That's the great thing is you've never seen people behave like these people behave. It's wonderful. It truly is
Do you think that they're going to become a lore 1,000 years from now that humans talk about of and there was this scandal?
It is I will say I don't know how people will look back on this, but I already am in a moment where I'm like, boy, we are puritanical again all of a sudden, that we will literally say you can't have your career anymore because you had an affair. The way people call for blood over very, very honestly not good but very normal human behavior. I'm like, guys, people have always been doing this, and we like them to be bad on TV. Why do you think you want to watch nice people on TV? Please give me the bad guy.
Oh, it feels nuts to say this, but it came at a great time because I was dipping out of the show. I was I don't really care that much anymore, and now it's oh shit, I gotta rewatch everything and all. Yeah.
With a fine tooth comb, and now you're watching it with a microscope on how maybe they didn't like each other from the beginning.
Yeah.
Those little glances, and I'm not going to do that, but you can do that.
Someone else. I mean, I am not currently doing that, but we could.
I'm currently recording this podcast with you. I'm not going to stop it and then go watch a bunch and take notes.
Me? Not this woman.
No.
Oh boy. Well, I want you to keep part of your brain thinking of more stories to tell us. But also, do you want to listen to a listener story?
Absolutely.
Great. Yes. That's what we were all hoping for. All right, let me pull one.
Have people said no?
No.
No, I don't think so.
No, not.
You're not allowed to.
Not in live to tell the tale.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pull one up.
Turn them into ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Betsy. Hi, Marcy. My name is Maggie, and I have a pretty spooky story for you. So, a little bit of background on this story. Sleep paralysis runs in my family. My grandmother, my mom, and I all suffer from it. So, we're pretty familiar with how it feels, and we all have different ways of getting ourselves out of it. So for me, the hallucination I have when I'm experiencing sleep paralysis is really most often it's aliens coming into my house and trying to take me away to their spaceship or something like that. So whenever I have sleep paralysis, I kind of know that I'm in it because I'm hallucinating about aliens. And so this time that I had it, it felt a little different. So my grandmother and I were going on a trip, and she tasked me with booking the hotel room. And I was in high school, so I accidentally booked us a cheap but very nasty hotel room. It was so nasty that we walked in and we both felt very eerie and unsafe, and we were just we cannot stay here. So my grandmother booked us a different hotel. We left, went to a different hotel. It was much nicer, and my grandmother felt bad for kind of giving me the task that I wasn't up for. So we're in this new hotel, and we're going to bed for the night. And in the middle of the night, a sound wakes me up. And usually with sleep paralysis, a sound doesn't usually wake me up. It happens when I'm falling asleep or waking up from sleep. So this was me being awoke suddenly by a sound. And the sound was a key card going into the slot for the door of our hotel room. And at first I thought maybe it was the door next door, somebody was coming back late. But then I felt like I heard it much closer, and the door opened, and I felt like I could see a stream of light come in through my eyelids. And of course, if someone's coming into your room at night, you're going to want to wake up and scream at them, get out of here. But I felt paralysis. And so I was like, oh, I must be in sleep paralysis. So my tip for getting out of sleep paralysis is to try to take as deep of a breath as you can so that your chest moves enough to move your body to get out of the paralysis. So I'm sitting there trying to take very deep breaths to try to get myself out of the paralysis, but it's not working. And all the while I hear the door close. I hear footsteps coming towards my bed. My heart is pounding. I'm trying to take deep breaths, and I feel someone sit on my bed, and then I feel their hand on my back, and I could feel it. It felt so real. I could even feel a ring on one of the fingers on the hand on my back, and it moved up just so slightly, and I finally get myself out of the sleep paralysis somehow, like moving my hand or moving my chest, and it was gone. Everything, nobody was in there. So I was like, oh my God, that was so scary. I didn't want to wake my grandmother up because I didn't want to freak her out. So I just laid in bed and eventually went back to sleep. But the next morning, I told my grandmother about my sleep paralysis, and she was like, oh my God, like, what was it? Because she gets it too. So she also, likes to hear about, other people's sleep paralysis experiences. And we always talk about it together. And I told her, I dreamt or hallucinated that somebody came into the room and sat on my bed and put their hand on my back. And as soon as I told her that, she went very pale because she said she had sleep paralysis and that night as well. And she hallucinated that someone came into the room and sat on my bed and put their hand on my back. So we were both very freaked out, and we got a different hotel again that night just in case something was following us. So to this day, we really don't know how we had sleep paralysis that was exactly the same. That never happens. And usually, our sleep paralysis takes the same form every time. And this was really different and really spooky. And I don't know, maybe it was a ghost.
Yes.
Well, that ghost is married.
Totally a married ghost.
Oh, yes. Oh, God. Honestly, you only hope it was a ghost. You only hope it was a ghost.
Yeah, not a real person.
Yes. Yep, I agree. When she said, and thank you for telling that story, first of all. It's wild. And I'm probably going to tell that story to someone, but I'm not going to be the main character. I'll just say I heard it. When she said, I told my grandma, I knew exactly what was going to happen.
Oh, I know. I hate that though. Oh, that was a bad one. That's
a haunting. That's like they got haunted.
I think so. Especially when the grandmother went as white as a ghost and said, I had sleep paralysis too, and I dreamt that someone, and it was wild. It was wild.
Also, like we've talked,
but also
go ahead. Yeah,
I was gonna say Marcy already mentioned it, and it was just so funny what that little detail of it was cheap but nasty.
Yeah, usually it was cheap, but like clean.
Yeah.
But of course it was nasty.
I love the use
You're
of
a
butt.
high schooler getting a hotel room. Of course you're going to be like, hey, this one's like $70 a night. This will be good.
Sometimes the use of butt is very funny, but it was it was cold, but also very uncomfortable.
Yes.
We've talked about it plenty of times on the podcast, and I wonder if there are more paternal stories like it, but the maternal connection that will happen in families where that like I've had stuff where I like living in New York and having someone follow me home, and then the next morning calling my mom, and she's like, "What happened last night? I woke up in the middle of the night and got so worried about you." Like that, there's this like instinct that is this connection that will happen, and I'm curious about the paternal connection if there is that with people as well.
Right.
I'm not sure. You hear with mother and children, and of course the twin situation, but never. I'm trying to think. I mean, maybe it's just a dad who just calls like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, something weird happened. Yeah, that's weird. I'm not calling about that. I just was saying hi.
But it also could be that like I think that sometimes men aren't always as likely to speak up about those little feelings because they can logically talk themselves out of it, whereas women are always like, there's danger all around us. We must be vigilant constantly. Everyone's trying to kill us. Most of the population is out to get us. So like I think that's a little bit of psychological stuff that happens with women in these kind of stories.
Yeah. I think women the world is scary, and I think men is the world is weird.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
If scary things happen for men, it's like, man, that wasn't normal. And women are like, yeah, we could have died. It's like, well, we didn't.
Yes.
The near misses. Yeah. Well, nothing to see here. You're like, what? That was crazy.
Right.
I've been accused of being sexist many times. So on this podcast for my theories about the different gendered perceptions of paranormal experiences.
You have.
Well, I want to let your listeners know that was definitely a joke. What I just did. No, I don't think that all women and men think that way. So just so
I do, and
knows.
come at me.
Marcy does.
Marcy Lane 2 at Instagram.
Thanks for having me.
I love when people send me mean little messages every now and then in my message requests. It's fun for me.
No.
Yeah, I screenshot it and I send it to people, and we talk bad about you. So just know. Just know. Have you ever experienced sleep paralysis?
I was actually going to ask you all that. I've woken up with what we call dead arm in my family, and that's just when you sleep on your arm weird.
Yes.
But nothing, no sleep paralysis. Yeah. No. Thankfully, because I hear it sounds terrifying.
Yeah. I've never.
I've
Never?
gotten
Betsy?
like a little bit, but it feels more like a dream than like, when people are like, and I wait, like I'm usually like in a dream and can't move, but then snap out of it. Like I'm not ever like, I'm in my, or have I had it a couple of times where I'm in my bed? Maybe I have, but it hasn't ever been like as scary as, like I've never seen the old hag. I've never seen a shadow person, with a hat. It's just been a little like, oh, I can't move.
With the hat.
Okay, the hat man.
The man with the hat. You've never heard of the man with the hat?
No.
There's like people who experience sleep paralysis will wake up and in the corner of their room see a tall man wearing a hat, and it is just like such a common thing.
Yeah,
it is that it's almost, it's like a trope of sleep paralysis, like the hag on your chest, or
yes. Oh, okay. Betsy, I'll echo what you just said. I've had that before where I can't move in my dream.
Yeah,
like I'm literally like a wolf is coming, and I'm like, you have to run, but I can't run.
Yeah,
and then I wake up, and then I'm like, I'm moving, but nothing.
Yes,
I don't think I would get that fixed immediately if I got sleep paralysis, because I wouldn't be able to function. I wouldn't be able to fall asleep, because if I knew that was a possibility,
too scary.
I would just stay up. Yeah,
too scary.
Yeah.
No, I've had the opposite of sleep paralysis, where I woke up on my hands and knees screaming, thinking that I was killing rats with my bare hands. But and the time that I woke up and I had in the dream was spitting out toothpaste, and I woke up again propped up in bed, and I had spit all over like a puddle. I'd spit a puddle on my bed sheets. And I was like, wow. There's part of my brain that doesn't work properly. Probably a few parts, but specifically the part that's supposed to paralyze you.
I was at a sleepover once, and this was like junior high again, 7th or 8th grade, and there were like 10 guys in the basement, and we only slept over there once. When I say we, I meant me and my brother, because this happened. Woke up in the middle of the night, and this kid who lived at the house, who invited us over, he was in the corner peeing. And we were like, dude, what are you doing? And he was mumbling, peed, put his pants back on. But he like dropped his pants all the way to his ankles, peed in the corner, pulled his pants back up,
such a little kid
walked
thing.
back, and went down and didn't even look at us. And that morning, as we were eating cereal, waiting for our parents to pick us up, we were like, yo, what was that? And he got really quiet, and his mom, like, as a good mom, said, oh, well, sometimes so-and-so does this, and he doesn't mean to, he's just dreaming, and he pees, and my friends and I talked like a few weeks after that. We're like, yeah, we're not sleeping over there anymore, right? Because we get peed on. We're like, we're not doing that.
Piss and Peter, not at all.
No. And I guess it happened a lot. Enough where the mom spoke up and said, this happens sometimes.
But I've heard of that happening to people plenty as well. Like,
yeah. It's a normal thing. Yeah.
You just get confused.
But when you're 12, you're like, but does this dude sleep? Pisses in his sleep? But also pisses properly?
Yeah.
And you
I
know
would
what?
absolutely not go back.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Do you know who that guy was? He grew up and wrote the pilot of Succession, because that is in the pilot of Succession.
there we go.
There it is.
Who that was? I don't know his name. I wish I did. No one does. No one does know his name.
No one does. Nobody will ever know.
Oh man, Ross, this has been so much fun talking to you.
Yes.
And you've talked about some subjects that we haven't really delved into much on this podcast yet. So I hope that it inspires people to send more stories like that.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell your listeners, because I'm sure right now people are either driving or working out, and they're like, I have so many creepy woods stories, or I know about the tunnel people, or I have friends in the Appalachian Trail. Please send those in, because it's not just one or two, it's so many, and everyone has different versions of it. I have so many friends that are like my guide friends. They're like, yeah, I've heard my name cried out in the woods before. I've been alone, and they're like, Tiffany.
That is
like, and here's the crazy thing: it's called out in a familiar voice. So it's not just a voice; it's like, oh, that's my uncle, or oh, that's my best friend.
So it like,
or here's the crazy thing: you're with your friend. Let's say you're with your friend Ben. You hear Ben's. You're standing next to Ben on the trail, or you're walking. You hear Ben's voice yell your name out in the woods. You hear Ben go, "Hey, Ross." And he is right behind you.
I can't do that. This is nuts.
Ew.
This is nuts. I'm actually going to the Appalachian Mountains soon in North Carolina.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
like
scared
Asheville?
now. Yes, Asheville and Flat Rock.
Guys, go find her. Go find her there.
Help me.
Call her name in the woods.
I'll find you online or something. But I can send you a few. I don't know if you're into pizza, but there's a few pizza spots in Asheville that are great.
Ross, I love pizza. Send me all the recs. Yeah, because I'll be there for a while, so I gotta get that pizza.
For work or for pleasure?
Yeah, shooting a movie.
Yeah.
Hey, congrats! That's great.
Thank you.
I was out there. I was out there for 3 weeks shooting Masterminds in Asheville, like a few years ago, and that's how I fell in love with Asheville. I was like, oh yeah,
I hear it's so rad.
It's cool.
I'm so pumped.
You'll love it.
Cool.
Well, Ross, remind everyone where to find Jury Duty, and if you want, where they find you in the woods somewhere.
Just scream your name.
Yep, just call my name. I'll be there. So Freevee, Amazon Freevee, you can find that inside the Amazon app. So if you have Amazon Prime, just get in there and you type in Jury Duty. It'll be the only thing. Don't press play on the Pauly Shore movie. You can watch it after you watch our 8-episode TV show. Also, you can download the Freevee app on tablet, smartphone, your phone, wherever, or smart TV. and it's free. It's free TV. So there's going to be commercials. It's 8 episodes, half-hour long. Feels like The Office, and you have to remind yourself that it's not real sometimes, and it's not really scripted. It's just following this guy along his journey during this 3-week fake trial.
Oh my God.
I can't wait.
I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah. You can find me. Thanks again for having me on. You can find me on Instagram at the Ross Kimball. I was going to be Ross Kimball, but there's this guy, an accountant in North Carolina, who won't relinquish it, even though he hasn't posted in 10 years. So that's fine. The Ross Kimball. The Ross Kimball. And yeah, that's all. I have a few other podcasts, but you can find that on The Ross Kimball as well. So
cool. This was so fun, Ross. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.